Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to hear me loud and clear today. You are bigger than your circumstances. Too many of us spend our lives confined by the limits of our past, the struggles we face, and the circumstances that seem to hold us down. But I'm here to tell you today that your situation does not define you. You are not what happened to you. You are what you decide to become. Let me remind you, your life is not determined by the size of your obstacles, but by the size of your vision. You see, your circumstances may try to tell you that you're small, that you're weak, or that you're incapable. But the truth is, you are bigger than any challenge you face. You are bigger than any doubt that creeps into your mind. You are bigger than any fear that tries to hold you back. When life hits you hard, when it seems like everything is working against you, you've got to remember you're bigger than your problems. They may look overwhelming, but they're nothing compared to the power that lies within you. You have greatness inside you. You have untapped potential, a fire burning within your soul, a drive that can push you beyond anything you've ever imagined. It doesn't matter how many times you've been knocked down. What matters is that you rise time and time again, stronger, wiser, more determined than before. Remember, challenges are just stepping stones on your path to greatness. They are not the end of the road, but the beginning of something greater. When you face adversity, you must rise above it. Don't let it break you, let it make you. Understand this. Your past may have been tough, but it doesn't have to dictate your future. You are bigger than any label that's been placed on you, any stereotype that's been cast upon you, any limitation that others have told you is impossible to overcome. You are a force to be reckoned with. So I challenge you today, no matter where you are in life, no matter how difficult things seem, believe in yourself. You've already got what it takes. You've got the heart, the spirit, the will to go further than you ever thought possible. You are bigger than your circumstances. Stand tall, stand proud, and go after your dreams with everything you've got, because when you believe in yourself, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Your circumstances do not define you. Too often we allow the events of our past, the challenges we face, or the situations that we find ourselves in to shape who we believe we are and what we can achieve. But let me tell you something important. What happens to you doesn't determine who you are. Your circumstances, no matter how difficult, painful, or limiting they may seem, do not have the final say in your story. You have the power to write the next chapter, and you have the power to rewrite the narrative at any moment. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that your circumstances are what make you. If you grew up in a tough neighborhood, struggled with finances, or faced hardships in your family life, it can be tempting to believe that those things have defined who you are. It can feel like the weight of those experiences is too much to overcome, like the imprint of your past will forever shape the person you become. But I'm here to tell you that this is a lie. Your circumstances are not who you are. They are merely a part of your journey. You see, everyone has a story, and everyone faces obstacles. Some obstacles are large, some are small, but every obstacle is a part of life. The key to overcoming any challenge is understanding that it is not the challenge itself that will break you. It's how you respond to it. Your ability to decide how you will react to life's challenges is what truly defines you. Your character, your strength, and your determination are not forged by what happens to you, but by how you choose to handle those moments. We all have a past. And many of us have faced hardships that would make anyone's heart heavy. But our past don't have to determine our future. They are stepping stones, lessons that prepare us for something greater. Just because you've been knocked down doesn't mean you have to stay down. Just because you face failure doesn't mean you can't succeed in the future. Every failure, every setback, every tough moment can become the fuel that propels you to greatness. It's not about what happens to you, it's about how you decide to move forward. The greatest people in history were not defined by their circumstances. They were defined by their vision, their willpower, and their relentless pursuit of their dreams. Think about people like Nelson Mandela, who spent years in prison fighting for freedom and equality. His circumstances were bleak, yet he emerged not broken, but stronger than ever. Think about Oprah Winfrey, who grew up in poverty and faced significant hardships, yet went on to become one of the most influential people in the world. Their circumstances did not define who they were. What defined them was their resilience, their ability to rise above the adversity they faced and continue pushing forward toward their purpose. In the same way, you have the power to rise above your circumstances. You may be facing difficult times right now, but understand that these times are not permanent. This moment is just a chapter in your life, not the whole story. You have the power to decide how you will respond to the challenges you face. Will you allow them to define you, or will you rise above them and show the world your strength and your resilience? It's also important to remember that your circumstances don't define your potential. Just because things are difficult now doesn't mean you're not capable of achieving greatness in the future. Sometimes it's easy to get discouraged and think that because of where you're starting from, you can't go any further. But that's simply not true. Look around you. There are countless stories of people who started from nothing, who had every reason to quit, but who chose to keep moving forward and became successful beyond their wildest dreams. Your starting point doesn't determine your destination. What determines your destination is your belief in yourself, your commitment to your goals, and your refusal to let circumstances hold you back. Your circumstances may change over time, and while some challenges are harder to overcome than others, one thing remains constant. You are always in control of your response. You can choose to let circumstances limit you, or you can choose to use them as a stepping stone to something greater. Don't ever let the difficulties you face make you believe that you are smaller than what you are destined to be. You are bigger than your circumstances, and the potential inside of you is far greater than any obstacle that stands in your way. The moment you realize that your circumstances don't define you, you free yourself to become everything you are meant to be. You unlock a strength within yourself that you may not even have known was there. You realize that the power to create your future lies in your hands, and no circumstance, no matter how challenging, can take that power away from you. It's your life, and you get to decide how the story unfolds. You are bigger than any circumstance. Never forget that. Vision over obstacles. These words speak volumes because they remind us that our path to success is not determined by the obstacles we face, but by the clarity and strength of our vision. Too often we allow the hurdles in front of us to dominate our focus. We look at the mountains we must climb and let them become our focal point. We let the problems, the setbacks, and the challenges define what we believe we can achieve. But vision is powerful. Vision is greater than any obstacle because it has the power to push us beyond what we see in front of us. The truth is, obstacles are part of life. Every journey comes with challenges. Every dream faces roadblocks. You cannot avoid them. In fact, if you are not facing obstacles, it may be a sign that you are not striving for something big enough. But the key is in how we approach these obstacles. When you have a clear vision, something bigger than the difficulties in front of you, your obstacles become stepping stones. They become part of the process, not barriers to your progress. Your vision is the reason you wake up in the morning. It's the fire that drives you when things get tough. Without vision, the obstacles in life can seem insurmountable. They can feel like walls that you'll never be able to break through. But with a vision, those same walls become nothing more than challenges to be overcome. Your vision acts as a guide, a light at the end of the tunnel, reminding you that there's something greater waiting for you beyond the struggle. Take a moment to think about the people who have achieved greatness, whether it's the inventors who created life-changing technology, the leaders who fought for freedom, or the athletes who pushed their bodies to the limit. They all had one thing in common: vision. They were able to see beyond the obstacles that stood in their way. They didn't allow their current situation to dictate their future. Instead, they focused on what could be, not on what was. And that's what made all the difference. It's easy to be consumed by the obstacles when we don't have a clear vision. It's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture when the immediate challenges seem overwhelming. But that's when you have to remind yourself why you started in the first place. You have to remember the vision that inspired you, the dream that made you believe that anything was possible. When your vision is strong enough, it will give you the strength to persevere, even when the obstacles seem too much to bear. Think about the moments when you faced difficulty in your life. What helped you keep going? Was it the small, everyday tasks? Was it the obstacles themselves? Or was it your vision? The times when we push through adversity are the times when we connect deeply with our purpose. Our vision becomes the fuel that propels us forward. It's not about avoiding obstacles. It's about pushing forward despite them. Obstacles can sometimes make us question our abilities, our decisions, and even our worth. They can bring up doubts, fears, and insecurities that challenge our confidence. But when you have a vision, those doubts can't hold you back for long. A clear vision reminds you of your why. It reminds you of the goals that are bigger than any short-term setbacks. A vision rooted in purpose and passion will push you through even the hardest times. What's important to understand is that obstacles are not failures. They are opportunities to learn and grow. They are the tests that shape us into who we are meant to become. But without a vision, these obstacles can seem like insurmountable failures. With vision, however, each obstacle is simply a challenge to be overcome, a lesson to be learned. Vision helps you stay focused on the long-term goal and reminds you that each challenge is a necessary part of your journey. When your vision is clear, obstacles no longer have the power to stop you. You might stumble, you might fall, but your vision keeps you going. It keeps you focused on the bigger picture, on the destination you are heading toward. You learn that the obstacles are not permanent. They are just temporary setbacks on the way to something greater. It's also important to remember that vision is not just about seeing the end result. It's about having a sense of purpose that guides you through the journey, even when the path is unclear. Sometimes the road ahead is not perfectly paved, and sometimes we don't know exactly how we'll get to where we want to be. But with a strong vision, we trust that every step, vision is what gives us the courage to keep going when we don't have all the answers. The power of vision over obstacles lies in your ability to maintain your focus, no matter what life throws your way. Keep your vision clear and your heart focused, and you will rise above every obstacle in your path. You are bigger than your struggles. I want you to let that sink in for a moment, because far too often we get consumed by our challenges. We get bogged down by the weight of our struggles, thinking that they define who we are, that they determine our worth or our potential. But I am here to tell you that no matter what you're going through, no matter how heavy the burden seems, you are bigger than your struggles. You have the strength, the resilience, and the power to rise above anything that comes your way. We've all been through difficult times. Life isn't always easy, and it's easy to feel defeated when things aren't going the way you imagined or hoped for. But here's the truth. Your struggles are temporary. They may seem overwhelming right now, but they do not last forever. What lasts forever is your ability to overcome them, your inner strength, and the lessons you learn along the way. You see, struggles don't define you unless you let them. They may challenge you, they may test your patience, your strength, and your resolve, but they do not have the power to shape your destiny unless you give them that power. When life knocks you down, when you feel like you've hit rock bottom, it's easy to believe that your struggles are bigger than you. You might start to feel small, insignificant, like the weight of the world is crushing you. But understand this, the struggle you are facing is not who you are. You are not your problems. You are not the pain you're going through right now. You are a person of strength, a person of potential, a person with untapped greatness inside. Your struggles are just one chapter in your story, and you have the power to write the next chapter however you choose. I want you to think about the times in your life when you've overcome adversity. Think about the moments when you thought you couldn't go on, but somehow you found the strength to keep going. Those moments define who you are. It's not the struggle itself that determines your strength. It's how you respond to it. It's how you rise when you've been knocked down. Every challenge you face is an opportunity for you to grow, to become stronger, and to prove to yourself that you are bigger than anything life throws your way. The truth is that struggle is part of life. No one is exempt. We all face challenges, but it's how we handle those challenges that truly matters. It's not about avoiding struggle. It's about understanding that we have the power to rise above it. Your struggles might be financial, emotional, relational, or health related. They might feel insurmountable, like there's no way out. But you have to understand that within you is a strength you may not even realize yet. You have the power to overcome anything, and the only thing standing between you and victory is the belief that you are bigger than the struggle. You see, struggles can teach you something important: resilience. Every time you face a challenge and overcome it, you become more resilient. Every time you face difficulty and continue to move forward, you build strength. It's not about avoiding struggles or washing them away. It's about learning how to stand tall, to keep moving forward, and to trust in your ability to navigate through the hard times. The more you do this, the stronger you become, and the less control your struggles have over you. Think about some of the greatest people in history. The individuals who have made a lasting impact on the world were not immune to struggles. In fact, many of them faced unimaginable hardships. Nelson Mandela spent years in prison fighting for freedom, but he didn't allow those years to define his spirit. Oprah Winfrey faced poverty, abuse, and rejection, yet she rose to become a global icon. They faced their struggles head-on, and each time they were knocked down, they got back up stronger and more determined. They knew they were bigger than their struggles, and they used their adversity as fuel to propel them forward. And so can you. It's important to realize that your struggles are not permanent, and they do not determine your future. You are not stuck. You are not bound to live a life defined by hardship. You are free to rise above, to grow stronger, to learn from every challenge, and to build the life you deserve. Struggles are not your enemy, they are your teachers. They are what shape you into the person you were always meant to become. They reveal your inner strength, your capacity for growth, and your ability to overcome anything life throws at you. Never forget that you are bigger than your struggles. They may be hard to bear, they may make you question your ability to keep going. But in those moments, you have to remember that you are stronger than anything you're facing. You have everything within you to rise above. You have the power to turn your pain into strength, your challenges into triumphs, and your setbacks into comebacks. Your struggles do not define you, you define how you respond to them. And when you respond with strength, determination, and resilience, there is no struggle too great for you to overcome. So stand tall, keep going, and remember you are bigger than your struggles. Unleash your greatness. These three simple words hold so much power because they remind you of something incredibly important, the greatness that lies within you. Every single person has an untapped potential inside of them. Every one of us has a fire that, when fully ignited, can light up the world. But far too often we allow fear, doubt, and circumstances to keep that greatness hidden. We settle for less, believing that we aren't capable of more. But I am here to tell you today that you are capable. You are powerful. You are destined for greatness, and it's time to unleash that power within you. The first step in unleashing your greatness is recognizing that it is already inside of you. You don't have to wait for some magical moment or special event to unlock it. It's already there. It's been there all along, waiting for you to believe in it and step into your power. Greatness isn't something that is given to only a select few. It is something that exists within every single one of us. What separates those who achieve greatness from those who don't is their willingness to recognize their potential and take action. Too often we let fear stop us. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough. But fear is nothing more than a barrier to our success. And it's a barrier we have the power to overcome. Every time you step outside of your comfort zone, you are taking a step toward unleashing your greatness. Greatness is not born from staying in the safe zone. It's born from pushing past your fears, your doubts, and your limitations. It's born from taking bold action, even when you're not sure what the outcome will be. Think about the times in your life when you've pushed through fear, when you've stepped out of your comfort zone, and when you've given it everything you had. In those moments, you were tapping into your greatness. You were allowing your inner power to take the lead. And what happened? You learned something new about yourself. You grew. You became stronger and more confident and more resilient. That's what happens when you unleash your greatness. You evolve into the person you were always meant to be. But greatness doesn't come without effort. It doesn't come without hard work, perseverance, and dedication. To truly unleash your greatness, you have to be willing to put in the work, day in and day out. It's not enough to simply believe that you're great. You have to act on that belief. You have to show up even when it's hard. You have to keep going when everyone else tells you to quit. It's in the moments of challenge, of difficulty, that you prove to yourself and the world that you are capable of achieving something extraordinary. There is greatness inside you, but it will remain dormant unless you choose to awaken it. You have to stop doubting yourself and start believing in the power you possess. You have to stop letting your past mistakes, your failures, or your setbacks define you. Your past is not who you are. It's simply a part of your journey. It doesn't determine what you accomplish in the future. The only thing that limits you is your belief in yourself. If you believe that you are capable of greatness, there is nothing in the world that can stop you from achieving it. Look around you at the people who have made a significant impact on the world. Whether they are entrepreneurs, activists, athletes, or artists, they all have one thing in common. They decided to unleash their greatness. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't wait for the right time or the perfect circumstances. They stepped up and took ownership of their power. And in doing so, they changed the world. The truth is, the world needs your greatness. There are people who are waiting for you to step into your power so that you can help them. There are opportunities waiting for you to seize, moments of brilliance waiting to be realized, and achievements waiting to be unlocked. But none of it will happen unless you unleash your greatness. It's not about waiting for the right time. It's about taking action right now. It's about saying yes to your dreams, yes to your vision, and yes to the incredible potential that lies within you. When you unleash your greatness, you not only change your own life, you change the lives of those around you. You inspire others to believe in their own power, to take action, and to step into their own greatness. Your journey becomes a beacon of hope for others who are struggling to see their own potential. And that, my friend, is one of the most powerful things you can do. So I challenge you today to take a look at your life and ask yourself, what am I waiting for? What is holding me back from stepping into my full potential? The only thing standing between you and the greatness you are capable of is the decision to act. Unleash your greatness. Step into the power that is already within you. The world is waiting for you to show up, to give it your all, and to make an impact that will last. Don't wait another minute. Your greatness is ready to be unleashed now. Go out and let it shine. Adversity is a stepping stone. This might sound counterintuitive to some, especially when you're in the middle of a difficult situation. When life is throwing its hardest punches, it's easy to feel like adversity is something that's holding you back, something that's preventing you from moving forward. But the truth is, adversity is not a roadblock. It's a stepping stone, a necessary part of the journey toward growth, success, and fulfillment. Every struggle, every challenge, and every setback is an opportunity for you to rise higher, become stronger, and move closer to the person you are destined to be. It's in the moments of adversity that you learn the most about yourself. When everything is going well, it's easy to feel confident and sure of your call. But when you face adversity, when life tests you, you are forced to dig deep and discover strength that you may not even know. It's in the hardest times that you uncover your true resilience, your ability to persevere, and your capacity for greatness. Adversity forces you to tap into your inner power, to challenge the limits you've placed on yourself, and to push through the discomfort towards something greater. Think about the greatest people in history, the ones who have achieved remarkable things. Most of them didn't have smooth, uninterrupted paths to success. In fact, many of them faced tremendous adversity. Nelson Mandela spent years in prison, yet he emerged not broken, but as a symbol of strength, courage, and hope. Oprah Winfrey endured a difficult childhood filled with abuse and poverty, but she rose to become one of the most influential women in the world. These individuals didn't let adversity defeat them. Instead, they used it as a stepping stone, a catalyst for their personal growth and their achievements. Adversity pushes you to expand your limits. When things are easy, you don't grow. It's only when you're faced with challenges that you are forced to rise above them. Every obstacle you encounter is an opportunity to develop new skills, gain new perspectives, and become better than you were before. Without adversity, there would be no growth. Without struggle, there would be no strength. The obstacles you face today are shaping you into the person you need to become in order to achieve your goals. They are preparing you for something greater, something that wouldn't be possible without the lessons that adversity brings. It's easy to view adversity as something negative, something to avoid. Well, what if you could see it as a gift, a tool that will help you become the best version of yourself? Adversity doesn't come to break you, it comes to shape you. It is the furnace that refines you, the storm that strengthens you. Just like a diamond is formed under pressure, your greatest qualities are often forged in the fire of adversity. It's in the tough times that you learn perseverance, resilience, and determination. It's in the tough times that you learn what you're truly capable of. Another important aspect of adversity as a stepping stone is that it teaches you to adapt and be flexible. Life is unpredictable and challenges will arise whether you're prepared for them or not. But adversity doesn't have to be a source of frustration or discouragement. It can be an opportunity to adapt, to think differently, and to find new ways of doing things. Sometimes the hardest moments are the ones that lead to the most profound transformations. When life forces you to change course, you often discover new strengths and capabilities you never thought you had. Adversity forces you to evolve, to grow, and to adapt in ways that make you more capable and more equipped to handle whatever comes next. It's also important to recognize that adversity is not permanent. While it might feel overwhelming in the moment, remember that every challenge is temporary. The hard times you're going through right now will eventually pass, and when they do, you will emerge stronger, wiser, and more capable. The pain of today is the strength of tomorrow. Just because you're facing adversity doesn't mean you're stuck. It doesn't mean you're failing. It simply means that you are in the process of becoming who you are meant to be. The key is to keep moving forward, to keep believing in your ability to overcome, and to see the adversity as a stepping stone that is guiding you toward your ultimate success. In fact, Adversity is often the key that unlocks new opportunities. Sometimes the things that seem like setbacks or failures are actually setting you up for something better. A job loss might be the opportunity to pursue your passion. A failed relationship might be the chance to grow stronger and learn more about yourself. A financial setback might be the push you need to start a business or invest in your future. Adversity can force you to look at life in a new way, to see new possibilities, and to take new actions that ultimately lead to greater success and fulfillment. So the next time you're faced with a challenge, remember this: adversity is a stepping stone, not a roadblock. It's not something that will keep you stuck unless you allow it to. It's an opportunity for growth, a chance to tap into your inner strength, and a necessary part of the journey toward your dreams. Embrace the challenges, learn from them, and use them to propel yourself forward. Every struggle is a chance to rise higher, and every setback is a setup for a comeback. Keep moving forward, because your best days are ahead of you, and the adversity you face today is just a stepping stone on the path to your greatness. Your past does not dictate your future. This is a powerful truth that far too many people fail to fully grasp. The mistakes, failures, or even triumphs of yesterday do not have the power to determine who you are or what you are capable of becoming. Every person has a past. Every person has gone through struggles, faced challenges, and encountered moments they wish they could change. But your past is simply that, your past. It does not have the authority to control the direction of your life unless you let it. The truth is, the only thing that can dictate your future is the decisions you make today and the belief you have in your own potential. Far too many individuals hold on to the belief that their past failures, recurrent experiences, will somehow follow them into the future, limiting what they can achieve. They feel that the wrong decisions they made in the past define them forever, but that is simply not true. You are not defined by your mistakes. You are not defined by the hurt or the pain you may have experienced. You are defined by what you choose to do moving forward, by the actions you take, and the mindset you adopt. If you've made mistakes, that's okay. We all do. If you face hardships, that's okay too. It's part of being human. But it's important to realize that those experiences do not have to define who you are today or you can become tomorrow. Your past may have shaped you, but it does not have to limit you. The past can serve as a lesson, a valuable resource for growth and self-improvement, but it does not dictate your future. What truly matters is how you choose to move forward, how you choose to respond to the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Think about the many great individuals throughout history who have overcome their past. Many of them came from difficult circumstances, faced incredible challenges, and made mistakes along the way. They could have let their past define them, but instead they chose to take control of their own futures. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison, but he didn't let that define his future. He emerged from prison with a vision for a united South Africa, and he went on to become one of the most respected leaders in the world. Oprah Winfrey overcame a childhood filled with poverty and abuse, but she didn't let that define her future. Instead, she became a media mogul and philanthropist who has inspired millions. These individuals, among many others, understood that their past were only chapters in their stories, not the entire story itself. Your past is not a life sentence. It's a chapter, and the power to turn the pages in your hands. If you've been through hardship, that doesn't mean your future is doomed to be hard. If you failed in the past, that doesn't mean you are destined to fail forever. The future is a blank canvas, and you hold the brush. You get to decide what the next chapter of your life will look like. The key is to stop looking backward and start looking forward. The only thing standing between you and a bright future is the decision to believe that it's possible and to take action toward it. Your future is created by the choices you make today. If you want to change your life, start by changing the way you think about it. Stop holding on to the belief that your past mistakes, setbacks, or struggles will continue to haunt it. Those things do not have to define you. You are not bound to your past unless you allow it to control your time. It's in actions. Instead, focus on what you can do right now to create the life you want. What steps can you take today will bring you closer to your goals? What mindset can you adopt that will empower you to move forward with confidence? Every decision you make today is an opportunity to move closer to your desired future. Your past may have been challenging, but that doesn't mean the future will be. You have the power to create a new reality for yourself. The key is to stop letting your past determine your worth and potential. The key is to stop letting the mistakes and setbacks of yesterday dictate your possibilities for tomorrow. It's also important to recognize that your past is not something to be ashamed of. We all have a history. We all have experiences that have shaped us, and there is no shame in acknowledging where we've been. But the key is to not let those experiences limit us. Instead of allowing your past to hold you back, use it as a source of strength. Learn from it, grow from it, and then let it go. Your past is valuable as a teacher, but it is not meant to be a permanent part of your identity. You are constantly evolving, constantly growing, and the person you were yesterday does not have to be the person you are today. When you begin to see your past for what it truly is, a part of your journey, not your destination, you will free yourself from the shackles of limitation. You will realize that you are capable of creating the future you desire, no matter where you've been. The only way your past can dictate your future is if you allow it to. But if you choose to let go of old beliefs, old fears, and old regrets, you will find that your future is full of limitless possibilities. So remember this, your past does not define you. The choices you make today, the actions you take moving forward, and the belief you have in your own potential are what truly shape your future. The best is yet to come, and it starts with the decision to let go of the past and embrace the power of what's ahead. Your future is waiting for you, and you have everything you need to create the life you deserve. Break free from labels and limitations. We've all been given labels at some point in our lives, whether by society, our family, or ourselves. Labels like not good enough, too old, too young, not smart enough, not capable, or not worthy. These labels are often placed on us by others, but far too often we accept them and make them part of our identity. Over time, these labels become limitations, shaping how we see ourselves and what we believe we can achieve. But the truth is, these labels are not who you are, and they are certainly not a reflection of your potential. You have the power to break free from every label and limitation that's been placed upon you and to redound who you are and what you are capable of. The first step in breaking free from labels is recognizing that they do not define you. Labels are nothing more than words or perceptions that people assign based on limited understanding or biased judgments. They are not an accurate reflection of your worth, your capabilities, they are your future. When others label you, it's often because they have a limited view of who you are, or because they are projecting their own limitations onto you. But those labels are not your truth. Your truth is far greater than any label someone could place on you. It's also important to recognize that we often place labels on ourselves. We convince ourselves that we aren't capable of achieving our dreams, or that we aren't worthy of success because of past mistakes, insecurities, or the belief that we don't measure up to the expectations of others. But these self-imposed labels are just as limiting as the ones others place on us. When you tell yourself that you are not good enough or that you cannot achieve something, you are choosing to believe in a lie. You are choosing to limit yourself based on false beliefs. These labels don't define you unless you allow them to. Once you recognize that labels do not define you, the next step is to refuse to accept them. You have the power to reject any label that doesn't serve your purpose, your goals, or your true potential. If you've been labeled as too old to start something new, reject that label. If you've been told you're too young to make a difference, reject that label. If someone told you that you're not good enough, not talented enough, or not smart enough, reject that label. You are not limited by the opinions or judgments of others. You have the power to redefine yourself on your own terms. The process of breaking free from labels requires you to change the way you see yourself. Instead of looking at yourself through the lens of past failures, limitations, or societal expectations, look at yourself through the lens of possibility. You are not bound by your past. You are not defined by the mistakes you've made, the challenges you've faced, or the circumstances of your upbringing. You are defined by your potential, your willingness to grow, and your ability to evolve. You have everything within you to break free from the labels that have been placed on you and to create the life you desire. Breaking free from limitations also means recognizing that you have the ability to choose your path. You don't have to follow the path that others have laid out for you. You don't have to fit into the box that society has created for you. You are not limited to the expectations of your family, your peers, or anyone else. You are free to choose your own path and create your own reality. The only limitations that exist are the ones you place on yourself. If you believe that you are too old, too young, or not capable, then those beliefs will hold you back. But if you choose to believe in your own potential and abilities, there is no limit to what you can achieve. In order to break free from labels and limitations, you must also be willing to take risks. Breaking free from the constraints of your comfort zone means stepping into the unknown and embracing uncertainty. It means facing the fear of failure, rejection, or criticism and moving forward anyway. It means being willing to try new things, make mistakes, and learn from those experiences. When you take risks and push yourself beyond your comfort zone, you begin to see that the limitations you once thought were real were just illusions. You begin to realize that you are capable of so much more than you ever thought possible. It's also important to surround yourself with people who support your growth and challenge your part. There will always be people who try to hold you back, who want to keep you in a box because it makes them feel more comfortable. But you don't need to listen to those voices. Seek out people who believe in you, who see your potential, and who encourage you to break free from the labels and limitations that have held you back. These people will help you stay focused, motivated, inspired as you work toward becoming the person you were always meant to be. The truth is, the only limits that truly exist are the ones you accept. When you break free from labels and limitations, you open up a world of possibilities for yourself. You begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You start to take bold steps toward your goals, knowing that you are capable of achieving greatness. You stop letting fear, doubt, or the opinions of others hold you back. Instead, you embrace your power, your potential, and your limitless ability to create the life you desire. So today, make the decision to break free from the labels and limitations that have been placed on you. Reject any belief that tells you that you can't do something or that you're not good enough. You know that your past does not define you, and neither do the labels that others or even yourself have assigned to you. You are more than capable of creating the life you want. The only thing holding you back is the belief that you are limited. Once you let go of those limitations and step into your true potential, you will discover just how much you are capable of achieving. You are not defined by the labels placed on you. You are defined by your action, your mindset, and the boundless potential within you. Believe in yourself and take action. These two principles are the foundation of success and fulfillment in life. Belief in yourself is the spark that ignites the fire of possibility, while taking action is the fuel that keeps it burning. So often we find ourselves standing at the crossroads of ambition and self-doubt, wondering if we are truly capable of achieving the goals we set for ourselves. But the truth is, your ability to succeed, to transform your life, and to pursue your dreams is directly tied to your belief in yourself and your willingness to take the necessary steps toward making those dreams a reality. Belief in yourself is not a passive state. It's not about merely thinking positive thoughts or hoping for the best. True belief in yourself comes from deep within. It's the unwavering confidence that no matter the challenges you face, you have the strength, the resources, and the resilience to overcome them. When you believe in yourself, you trust in your abilities and your potential and in your capacity to adapt and grow. It's not about being perfect. It's about having faith in your ability to figure things out, to learn, and to rise above adversity. Without self-belief, the journey toward success can feel daunting and uncertain. But when you have belief in yourself, every setback becomes an opportunity for growth, and every challenge becomes a stepping stone on the path to your goals. But belief alone is not enough. Belief without action is like a dream without effort. You can sit around all day thinking about the life you want, but if you don't take the necessary steps to move toward it, nothing will change. Taking action is what transforms your beliefs into reality. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone, taking risks, and making consistent progress toward your goals, no matter how small the steps may seem. The key to making your dreams come true is not waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect conditions, taking action in the here and now. Every small action you take builds momentum and brings you closer to your vision. Taking action also requires courage. It requires you to face your fears, challenge your doubts, and move forward even if far through when the path ahead is unclear. When you take action, you may not have all the answers, and you may not know exactly how things will unfold. But that's okay. Action is not about certainty, it's about moving forward with the belief that you can handle whatever comes your way. It's about trusting that every step you take will bring you closer to your destination, even if the journey is not a straight line. The willingness to take action, to push past the fear and uncertainty, is often what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who only dream of them. It's easy to get stuck in the cycle of doubt and hesitation. We all have moments when we question our abilities, when we wonder if we're good enough, or if we're on the right path. But those moments of doubt are natural. They don't define you, and they don't have to hold you back. The key is to not let them stop you from taking action. When you face self-doubt, remember that it's not the absence of fear that makes you successful, but the ability to take action despite it. The most successful people in the world aren't those who never feel afraid. They're the fellow who take action anyway. They embrace fear as a natural part of the process and use it as fuel to propel themselves forward. Belief in yourself and taking action go hand in hand. It's easy to believe in yourself when things are going well, but it's in the difficult times that your belief is truly tested. When faced with obstacles, you must keep your belief strong and allow it to propel you into the total. It's in these moments that you have the greatest opportunity to grow. Every challenge is a chance to prove to yourself that you are capable, that you are resilient, and that you have what it takes to achieve your dreams. The more you act in alignment with your belief, the stronger your belief will become, creating the powerful cycle of success and momentum. Taking action also means being persistent. Success rarely happens overnight. It's not about making one grand gesture and expecting everything to fall into place. Success is built on the small, consistent actions you take every day, even when the results aren't immediately visible. It's about showing up, doing the work, and trusting that your efforts will pay off in the long run. Persistence is key, because it's easy to get discouraged when things don't happen as quickly as we'd like. But every effort, every step forward brings you closer to your goal. Even the smallest action done consistently will lead to incredible results over time. And don't forget to celebrate the small victories along the way. Every time you take action, no matter how small, you are one step closer to your goal. Celebrate those moments of progress and use them as motivation to keep moving forward. Believing in yourself and taking action is a continuous process. It's not something you do once and then stop. It's a lifelong commitment to growing, learning, and pushing yourself toward greatness. Believing in yourself and taking action also means embracing failures and the art of the process. No one achieves success without experiencing failure along the way. Failure is not a sign that you are not good enough. It's a sign that you are trying, that you are learning, and that you are pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. When you fail, you don't give up. You get up, learn from your mistakes, and continue to take action. Failure is not the end. It's simply a lesson that brings you closer to your ultimate success. In the end, believing in yourself and taking action are the keys to unlocking your full potential. Your dreams are within reach, but only if you choose to believe that they are possible and take the steps necessary to make them a reality. Don't let fear, doubt, or uncertainty hold you back. Take action today and keep taking action every day. The future belongs to those who believe in themselves and are willing to take the necessary steps to make their dreams come true. You have everything you need within you to achieve greatness. Now it's time to believe in yourself and take action.